So subscribe and like if you want to. I just wasn't expecting to do this video, to be honest with you. I was kind of on the hype train for a while there, for like 15 minutes. But the more I get into it and I delve into what this game is about, and that game is Back 4 Blood, if you don't know about it or haven't heard about Left 4 Dead 3, then you've been living under a fucking rock, at least if you're a video gamer. But I watched the trailer and I was hyped for 15 minutes. And then I saw people stream the alpha, beta, whatever, online. And I have some legitimate concerns. And the only reason I'm doing this video in the first place is because of how consistently the gaming community gets fucked over with false advertising, with greedy monetization in video games, and with Cyberpunk completely ruining my faith in games as a whole, or gaming companies as a whole. And I'll get into that in another video. I have to call the game out. I have to call the game out. It has some shady shit, I feel like, that's going on. And of course, I have to draw comparisons to Left 4 Dead, because that's what this game aspires to be. And from what I've seen from the gameplay standpoint, so far it's not gonna be as good as Left 4 Dead. And I shouldn't say that. It doesn't look like Left 4 Dead in the good ways. I feel like in what I would want from a Left 4 Dead game. It just doesn't reek of any character whatsoever. It seems like they're selling the Left 4 Dead experience, but it's not Left 4 Dead. And I can already hear the comments saying, well, dude, it's not supposed to be Left 4 Dead. It's got to differentiate itself. And dude, it's not Steam or Valve. It's the Turtle Rock team. It's the people who left Valve to make their own shit. And honestly, those are the biggest cop-outs I've ever fucking heard. It saddens me to be this kind of person today, because I used to be the person who've been like, yeah, Bethesda won't rip us off. Yeah, CD Projekt Red won't rip us off. Yeah, Infinity Ward won't rip us off, you know? And that's like way back in the day, you know? Or BioWare won't rip us off. Like, and it just, I don't know how, if you're gonna say that it's the same team that made Left 4 Dead, whatever, you also have to say then it's the same team that made Evolve, the same company that charged whatever $5-10 for the color blue. Yeah, like, why the fuck are you gonna preach to me about how it's the old team from Left 4 Dead when it's also the old team from Evolve, the game that they literally completely gave up on? But I am getting sidetracked, I have to admit. Let's talk about the nitty-gritty, the details. From a gameplay standpoint, the movement, I don't mind the aiming in. The gameplay seems solid. But if this company has made zombie games in the past, how badly can you fuck up? If you are at least semi-competent human being, how bad can you fuck up the zombie gameplay in a game that literally just throws waves of enemies at you? And some of the infected look pretty cool and stuff. From the get-go, watching the streams of people play it, there's a store that you go to. It's not a store, it's a box, but I might as well just say it's a store. And you can spend, air quote, copper on this stuff, and you find copper around the world and stuff. So you're picking up a currency, which should just, in anyone's effing mind, should just send flags through the roof. Okay? There's a currency system. So they're probably going to implement at some point being able to buy this currency so you can be OP as fuck in rounds or whatever. And just thinking to the comparison, Left 4 Dead. Left 4 Dead was simple. It just threw you into a world with 4 characters, and every ounce of it was developed around a theme. And it didn't have any currency system. You didn't have to pay to do anything at all. Well, like, just adding that in the first place completely makes it a different game. It's not Left 4 Dead. It's not going to be Left 4 Dead. And I understand the viewpoint of, well, like, they got to add a depth to it. But a currency system, that's how you add depth to your zombie video game. And then on top of that, there's these cards. Yeah, like cards that are essentially perks that you can get and stuff that give you boosts or can change the outcome of the match and stuff, or change the outcome of the art director or the game director, which is about the only coolest thing you can do with the cards, because all the cards look the same, or just add 10% damage or minus 20% this, or completely insignificant. And you can't tell me for a second they're not thinking about charging for this. They charge for the color blue, and you're telling me they're not going to charge for the cards or the currency in what is looking like a live service Left 4 Dead game. And I'm going to infuriate people because people want to be hype about this game and stuff. But at this point, I'm just being a realist. I don't pre-order shit anymore, okay? And it just reeks of Anthem. It reeks of anything EA has ever done, or what other companies have done in the past. Let's make something that's obviously a good idea, but then ruin it with cards, perks, and all this stuff. Operators, whatever happened to just building your character from the get-go? But yeah, I'm getting sidetracked again. Another point I want to make: the operators, or what do they call them? The cleaners, and they're not infected. They're something else now, which is so stupid. I don't understand why you can't just call them zombies. Everyone who lives in the natural world, the real world, would see something that turned undead and be like, yeah, that's a fucking zombie. No one would turn to you and be like, yup, it's an infected. Yup, it's a walker, or whatever they fucking call them in this game. But they all the cleaners seem very uninteresting, and I don't mean that in like, well, you're just basing it off of like their looks or whatever. And it's like, no, I've seen the gameplay in the streams. These guys aren't saying anything. And another thing, there's no fucking music. One of the best parts of Left 4 Dead was when the music came on. You knew something was coming. It was accentuated by gameplay. There's no music in this. I know it's alpha, but there's no music. I hear nothing. I just see people shooting and aiming, which is cool in its own sense. You could make that point. But like, there's no character. All these cleaners, or operators, you might as well call them, fucking have no character whatsoever. There's girl in hat. There's regular guy. There's guy in vest, who actually seems to show like some kind of differentiating factor, like he's a nerd, I guess. He has nerdy glasses on, but other than that, he looks pretty regular. And then there's another regular guy with a headband, I'm pretty sure. And none of them say anything interesting or like show a dynamic at all. They don't show any dynamic. At least in Left 4 Dead, Bill, you knew Bill was the leader. You knew like he was the guy who takes charge. In the Back 4 Blood trailer, it just seems like they're all just doing Marvel movie quips, or just making jokes about something, and just shooting and just doing zombie shit. It doesn't show any character or anything to make it seem like it's gonna differentiate itself, one, or make it do its own thing, but better. You know what I mean? It's not trying to be better than Left 4 Dead. It's trying to be a live service Left 4 Dead. It really just feels like it's going to be a live service Left 4 Dead. And they've already confirmed that there's going to be DLC characters that will eventually be added on DLC-wise. So these people don't even exist in this universe. They get held out of this universe until they get sold into it. So these people don't even know the world. And at least in Left 4 Dead, they left some mystery to it. you could see the writing on the wall and what people were saying and stuff. The world had just depth and character. You felt what the other people were feeling. There was fog, and in this, it just seems like it's as if Fortnite made. I know Fortnite is technically a zombie game, but it seems like if Fortnite made Left 4 Dead. You know, it's colorful, kind of, and they're supernatural, not naturally spawning zombies. And there's no fear. There's no fear. I was always afraid when I heard a hunter or a smoker or anything. It just seems like in this game, there's all kinds of gore, and they're just throwing zombies at you. I'm trying to get into the denial phase of being like, nah, Lucas, you're just making shit up. This is not the route they're gonna take with Left 4 Dead, or the way Turtle Rock is gonna take Left 4 Dead. But I just can't help but feeling like the most common trend in video games right now is just subverting your expectations. Ever since Rian Johnson did it in the fucking Last Jedi, everything wants to just subvert your expectations now. Subverting expectations is not a plot twist, and subverting expectations is just... It's psychological manipulation. It's another word for psychological manipulation. I'm subverting your expectations, meaning I'm manipulating it into what you should be expecting. And just, I'm trying to be like, okay, this Left 4 Dead looks like Left 4 Dead. It's giving me all the Left 4 Dead vibes. It looks like they're gonna bring out all the fucking cheese, you know. Let's make it bread season, you know, and they didn't elevate it in any way. They said that they were going to copy Left 4 Dead, basically. And then they added stuff to it that changes the Left 4 Dead experience, makes it more complex, and puts in questionable currencies and cards and perks and stuff. They couldn't have made... If they wanted to go that route, if they were just thinking about the gameplay and just thinking about if they were trying to make the best Left 4 Dead game, they probably would have just added more width and depth to the actual maps and the world itself. Instead of just having a linear area going from one safe house to the next, there could be places off the path. It's more of like a dungeon instead of just a linear path like a Call of Duty. But they didn't think about that. They literally just said, they're going to take everything that Left 4 Dead did and slap microtransactions on it. 100%, I'm calling it now. And this video might age badly. And they might make a Left 4 Dead game that has none of this stuff in it. They are legitimately just perks. They legitimately is just copper. But you're not going to tell me for a second that the same company that charged for the color blue is not going to charge for copper or perks in its game that it's literally psychologically setting up to be like. And none of these things are things I wanted, I don't think anybody in the Left 4 Dead community wanted in their Left 4 Dead experience. Perks. Yeah, sweet. You know, or having their operators dropped in every single season like Fortnite or Apex Legends. No one wanted that in their Left 4 Dead experience. They wanted characters that were dropped in a zombie world, put against all odds, with a theme and a depth to the world. That's what they wanted. They probably, if they just wanted to make Left 4 Dead 3, it would literally just be more characters that are actually written and have a dynamic, more weapons, more ways to attack the situation, depth in the maps, less linearity, but it doesn't seem like they did any of that. They literally are taking... Let me just ask this at a basic philosophical level. Who wants a currency, a stupid named currency in their Left 4 Dead experience? Who wants to go to a box and spend minutes upon minutes at a time sifting through everything that they got in there just to make a build with copper that they have to literally search around the map for? And that, talk about just a tedious fucking task. Who wants to do that while you're getting fucking mauled by the game director? But anyways, I think I've been on this spiel for a while. I just feel like the gaming community has been ripped off plenty of times. Y'all need to be safe out there with your purchases. Don't be giving these greedy fucking companies your money. Wait till the game comes out. It could be awesome. I could be completely wrong. But I seriously hope it's a fantastic game. But it shows all the signs of a tragedy waiting to happen and people waiting to be disappointed. But anyways, see you guys. Like and subscribe. And let me know what you guys think in the comments, what your opinions on the Back 4 Blood trailer are. And I'll see ya.